Hello, and welcome to another day on the channel. My name is RNJesus, and instead of doing the normal arena cube, like I've been usually doing, I am this time instead going to be doing the traditional arena cube draft. If you're not familiar with this, instead of playing just one game against one person, you play best out of 3 against the person. And instead of having like a certain amount of losses, you just play 3 straight games, and depending on how many wins you get a certain prize. In this format, you need 2 wins to break even. 3 wins gets you 6,000 gold, and 1 win or no wins both gets you 1 rare and 2 uncommons from not in standard. Besides that, it just means that we have to prioritize picking up sideboard cards more often. If you enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And without further ado, let's jump into pack 1 and see what we can open. Alright, pack 1, pick 1. Powerful cards are Oracle of Moldiah, Embercleave, and Wedding Announcements is fine. Werewolf Pack Leader and Mono Green, good aggressive. Tenacious Underdog. That's all I'm looking at. Like, the most powerful card is either Oracle of Moldiah or Embercleave. But which one is better? Gale is interesting, but not amazing. 2/3 that buys back an instant or sorcery if you cast it, and then you can specialize it into a bunch of other effects. Probably the red one is the strongest. But do we want to lead off with Oracle or try and do some aggro shenanigans and take Embercleave? I haven't had much success with mono red aggro. Let's go some rampy style stuff. And now we are past an Elvish Mystic. Don't mind if I do. I really take these 1-mana elves highly, just for the fact there are only 3 of them in the cube. There's Land War Elves, Elvish Mystic, and Gilded Goose. So I prioritize these 1-mana elves super highly. The more you have them, better. And here we can take a Scooze over what? Skyclave Apparition, Lolth, Mythos of Nethroi. I wouldn't hate to go black-green. Black-green has been, as I've been playing it, pretty strong. And you can, like, splash stuff easily. But let's try and stick to mono-green until we get, like, a notable card and, like, an actual signal. And we'll just take Scooze. Cut off green. Speaking of getting cut off by green, there is no green in this pack. There is Retrofitter Foundry. I love this card. Really cute. I don't say it's amazing, but it's cute. I think we just take like Brutal Cathar here. It's more for an aggressive strategy rather than a rampy strategy. Over Intrepid. Brutal Cathar over Intrepid. Yeah, let's just take Brutal Cathar. And now Sigardian Evangel. Or we could take Approach of the Second Sun and go like a green-white ramp style deck. Green-white-blue, possibly. Green-white-black. I don't hate it. And Sigardian Evangel's more for a super aggressive deck. Let's take Approach. Let's have some fun. And now we get a Land War Elves. Don't mind if I do. Over Dryad Greenseeker. Or Yuan-Ti Scale Shield. Like, Yuan-Ti Scale Shield, like, how I'd rank these things, like, Land War Elves, Dryad, Greenseeker, Wolf Willowhaven. At least for what we're building. And here... Here what? Baba Lysaga. I'm actually running a campaign that has Baba Lysaga in it for some of my friends. It's gonna be fun. Baba Lysaga could be decent. Woodland Cemetery, maybe. I don't really want to take Thraben Inspector, though. Let's take the Woodland Cemetery. See how that turns out. Just like if we want to splash black, or if we go into black-green, this is better. And now we can take Storm the Festival or Temple Garden. Taking Temple Garden sends a strong signal that green-white is pretty cut. And if we're going to play green ramp, we are willing to splash Approach of the Second Sun. So Temple Garden seems pretty safe pick over Storm. And Storm's pretty medium. Yeah, we'll take Temple. A nice Temple Garden. On the wheel, Old Rustinen, whatever, however you say it, is in the pack. It's kind of cool. Doesn't work well with Oracle too much because you're gonna have always spells on top, so it's gonna always create a insect or blood. Let's take, yeah, Via Pashar. Yeah, it's a mana sink. Now we take Guardian Idol over Helena and Alana. Yeah. Maul of the Skyclaves or Gideon Blackblade. Or just Castle Ardenvale. Yeah, I think we're going to be more controlling version rather than, like, a more controlling version of black-green, or white-green. I cannot speak today. Maybe the correct pick there was to take Dracula / Edgar Charmgroom as a hard-to-kill creature, and we could, like, splash it pretty easily. I wouldn't hate, like, taking that there. Retrofitter Foundry, or Intrepid Adversary, or Godless Shrine. Let's take the Retrofitter Foundry. I really like this card. I'm not sure it's that good, but I find it really fun. Spend your extra mana to create servos, turn your servos into Thopters, or turn those Thopters into constructs. Ravenous Pursuit on the wheel. No one ever plays Demonic Pact. It's pretty bad. Unless you have a way to sacrifice it. And I don't think there are any ways to actually sacrifice the Demonic Pact in this cube. Wolf Willow Haven. Yeah, so we might just still be like mono green ramp without the threats. Just yet. And we can just like splash Approach of the Second Sun. So yeah, maybe not taking Castle Ardenvale would have been better. Crypt Breaker. Here in our pack 2. Ulvenwald Hydra. Glorious Sunrise, Inscription, and Jukai Liberator. I like Jukai Liberator because we have like a turn 1 elf and a turn 2 ninjutsu. Yeah, I like that. And here, Vivian Reed, good planeswalker. Over like Dromcom, or Fall of the Imposter, or Basilisk Caller. That rhymed. Fall Imposter, Basilisk Caller. Deck of Many Things is also actually not unplayable here. But Vivian is just something to ramp into. We are looking for more stuff to ramp into.
To be contained.
Might not even play Brutal Cathar, it really depends. Like, our mana dorks don't produce any color. They create colorless or green. That is it. So no mana fixing coming from our dorks over here. And here, there's Fields of the Dead, but we're definitely not even close to playing that. Like, we got Woodland Cemetery, Field of the Dead, Temple, Castle, but not good enough. Just take Arena Garrick over Primal Command. Yeah, I'm down for that. Arena Garrick, hello. And here, Incubation Druid, Cultivate, or Toski. Toski is really good, but Incubation Druid is a great ramp. We have 4 ramp spells. Yeah, we can take Toski. Hope to wheel either of the ramp. Now, Gilded Goose or Kogla. We could have all 3 1-drop ramp spells, or we can have a threat. And I think the threat's more important here. Shadow Spear also fine, but take Kogla. And here there's a Gala Greeters or a Tamiya or an Elish Norn, actually. I wouldn't be mad at trying to splash Elish Norn. Ornithopter of Paradise, also fine. I like Tamiya a lot, being a removal spell, and then big threat later. But Elish Norn. And here we can take a Hangerback Walker. Or a Lair of the Hydra. Let's do Hangerback. Another threat. And here we can take a Bo3 or Voracious Hydra. Liking how this deck is coming together. We have a good amount of playables already. I think we can take the Bo3 here over, like, Voracious Hydra or Betrayer's Humiliation. And here, Inscription of Abundance. I like that. It works well with Toski. It works well with Hangerback Walker. And I can just ramp into it as a removal spell. And now I can take Dromcom over deck. Yeah, I like that. Fall the Imposter would also be good, but Dromcom is just good. And now we can take some more mana fixing and Spara's Headquarters. Yeah. I don't really like how it's tapped for the fact that we have Elvish Mystic and Llanowar Elves. But it works pretty good. Our threats right now are Kogla, Approach of the Second Sun, Elish Norn, and Vivian Reed. And Sword of Toski. Nothing of green wheeled from this pack. Well, that sucks. Hopeful Initiate, sure. Oh, Gilded Goose wheeled. Nice. Over Once Upon a Time. Now I am a happy camper. All 3 1-mana dorks. I am all powerful. Hopefully you line up the shot wheels so then we can get the sideboard card in. Hey, you line up the shot. I called it. Just manifest it into existence. Ah, Delver of Secrets. How unplayable you are in anywhere but Modern. And what about here? Here we have Coma, which is super strong, but again, none of our mana dorks fix for mana besides Gilded Goose now. And it does require double blue. Prosperous Innkeeper, Xandu Mammoth. But then again, we're not really passing much up in this pack. And I do like Coma a lot. Spara's Headquarters does splash for blue. Ah, what the heck? Coma, Coma, Coma. And now Path to the World Tree or Welcoming Vampire. Welcoming draws 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 things. That's actually really good. Hopefully Path to the World Tree, Wheels, or Eska's Chariot, but Welcoming Vampire is just too good here. And Forsaken Crossroads, or Overgrown Farmland, or Deserted Beach. Or the Celestius for that matter, but I think we'd rather take the Forsaken Crossroads as just some land fixing. And Tireless Tracker, don't mind if I do. Aethersphere Harvester, also fine. Phyrexian Metamorph, not that great. Cultivator's Caravan, also playable, but Tireless Tracker is super strong. Actually, since we have so much ramp, or so many big things, might as well just take Cultivator's Caravan. And here, there is a Titan of Industry, but there's also a Cold Steel Heart. This fixes, it ramps, it is really good, but Titan, but Cold Steel, but Titan, but Cold Steel. I think we have enough threats to warrant that we can take Cold Steel Heart over Titan of Industry. And just being able to cast them will probably help a lot. Here, Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Don't mind if I do. Fixes for literally everything. Kura the Boundless Sky. It's fine. Not amazing. Just take Dryad. And here, Hallowed Fountain or Lotus Cobra. Let's take Lotus Cobra. Oh, yeah. And now a Stone Coil Serpent. We could try and splash another spell. And Kaya the Inexorable. Nah, let's just take Stone Coil Serpent. And here we can pick up Tenacious Pup. A good, strong 1-drop over Kazayandu Mammoth. We'll just put Dromcom in the sideboard against like an enchantment that we really hate. Here, Esika's Chariot or Path. With now more fixing with mana, I don't think we really need to take Path. And what can Esika's Chariot copy? Let's take Esika's Chariot. Let's have some fun. Like, we're like a tokeny, rampany style weird deck. The Celestius over some land fixing. Huh. Yeah, let's take Celestius. Aethersphere Harvester's fine. Didn't wheel. But everything else powerful did. We'll take the Ragtusk. It's super good against aggro decks. Or Mass Vandal, but I think aggro is what we're worried about. Kura, also nice. And Falcon Wrath Pit Fighter, sure. So yeah. The deck turned out pretty sweet. I don't think we need to run Brutal Cathar. Because, like, it's on the splash already. I don't think we want to play it that bad. We have a good enough amount of threats. All of these beautiful 1-drop mana dorks. So beautiful. What's our ramp looking like? Elvish Mystic, Gilded Goose, Land War Elves, Lotus Cobra, Wolf Willow, Cold Steel, Guardian Idol. Celestius, Cultivator's Caravan, Dryad, Oracle. So this is what our like threat base looks like. And this is what our ramp base looks like. Huh. Cultivators, Caravan. We can probably cut Cultivator's Caravan. We don't need that bad fixing since we picked up Cold Steel Heart, Elvish, or Gilded Goose, Lotus Cobra, Dryad, the Celestius. Tenacious Pup is fine, but not really great. I guess we can put in Thragtusk against aggro decks in the sideboard. Kura is... It draws 3 lands when it dies, or creates a big, dumb creature. Stonecoil Serpent, also medium, but against multicolor decks looks pretty good. Retrofitter Foundry. I mean, I guess against the slower decks, Retrofitter Foundry is pretty strong. And we do have enough stuff to sink our mana into, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Ravenous Pursue. It's just expensive bite. It's just a bite effect. It's not really that good. Do you want to cut on one ramp spell? Yeah, let's cut the Guardian Idol. And one more spell. Tenacious Pup. It's cute with Hangerback Walker, but that's about it. I like Hangerback. Jukai Liberator, giving it Trample is really good. 4/4 Trample. But we're not casting it. And then giving it to Mana Dork is even worse. So yeah, let's cut Tenacious Pup. And with our mana base, let's... So these are our lands. Castle Ardenvale for... We have 3 white cards. Our multicolor fixing is Cold Steel Heart, Lotus Cobra, Gilded Goose, Celestius, and Dryad. So we have 5 multicolor fixers. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white sources for 4 white pips. Let's add 1 basic. And then blue has 2 land. We'll add 1 island. And then the rest forests. I don't hate this. Yeah, let's go with this. Like, we need early green anyway for any of our stuff. So yeah, I'll be right back when I finish organizing this and figuring out a deck name. After some thought, I decided to come up with the name Mana Dorks Unite for the fact that we have all 3 of the 1-drop Mana Dorks, and a few others. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into games and see how the deck does. Actually, there's one more thing we have to do before we go into the games. Dear Heavenly Father, please RNGesus, give us the perfect draws when we need them. Make sure we are never flooded, and make sure our spells are always perfect. Make sure that every spell that we could ever draw is just what we need it when we need it. And make sure our opponents flood out every time and draw everything they don't want. In your precious and wonderful name, amen. And without out of the way, let's jump into games and see how the deck does. On the play, this This hand looks a little slow without our 1-mana mana dorks, or even 2, but we'll keep. Oracle Moldial will make sure we never draw any lands. And they play a Thraben Inspector, so probably some sort of aggro deck, which is worrisome. Wolfwillow Haven, good draw. Yep, they are mono-white aggro. So we have to watch out for, like, Brutal Cathars, Intrepid Adversaries, and History of Benalias. Cast a Wolfwillow Haven. Pass the turn. Turns out a 1-2 is really good at holding the board against an aggro deck. Oh, Ketra's Monument. Okay, that's gonna be scary very fast. Cast Oracle Moldiah. Play land. Oh, great, another land. I mean, on the plus side, we can channel that to blow up Oketra's Monument. So, at least that's sort of a spell. And it's only 1 mana because we have a legendary creature. Speaking of Intrepid Adversary, that's a big one. This will be painful. No blocks. Okay. Vivian, that's good. We will channel, blow up Oketra's Monument over the Lion's Ash. They go fetch a basic land. I mean, we probably should have done that on their turn, so they couldn't crack the clue. Now, play land. Play land. We have 6 mana, so we can cast a Celestius into Garruk, Wrath of the Wilds. Garruk. And what do we draft? Mosscoat Goriak would probably be like the best card because it's like a 2/4 or something else. Territorial Scythecat, Nessian Hornbeetle. Let's take a Scythecat. If they choose not to attack much, then this can grow very big, very fast. Especially with Oracle of Moldiah in play. We'll just pass. They can either crack the clue or start exiling stuff. Their pick. I love my 4 mana Territorial Scythecat. Oh, my token. My token maker. That was very mean of them. They crack the clue. They cast a Legion's Landing. That is gonna flip right now. What they're probably gonna do is equip Sash, swing with everything. We can't block anything because Lion Sash's activated ability. Because Legion's Landing will flip. Sadly, we can't block this. Because dang Intrepid Adversary. They didn't activate to gain 1 extra life. It probably won't matter anyway. And then they cast Usher of the Fallen. Play Castle Ardenvale. Cast Vivian. Plus,
no one knows the wilds like I do.
Go grab a Kogla. And pass the turn. Kogla can kill the Intrepid Adversary next turn. There are 3 permanents that the Intrepid Adversary could eat. So the intrepid adversary can become a 7-powered creature. So Kogla is going to have a hard time fighting with it. They swing like that. We could save Vivian, but I don't think it's worth it. Nor do I think trading with anything is worth it.
I've seen worse.
My fog effect that drew me a card. Pretty decent. So I wouldn't prefer it that way. Oh, no. They got the full value from Soon's intervention. On the plus side, they don't have mana to defend themselves against Kogla. Tap the castle. Kogla. Fight adversary. They can pump it once, but that won't be enough. We fight. No attacks. Pass the turn. And the board looks much less scary. I just need to draw some more lands for this territorial Scythe-Cat to start growing. We can swing with Kogla and blow up the Lion Sash, but we'll also need something on defense for that. We're gonna need something back on defense. I mean, Dryad can do that job. Right now we're holding down the fort pretty well. Yeah, they just pass. Good for us. Lotus Cobra on top. We will move to combat. Swing with Kogla and blow up the Lion Sash. Because boy, do we have to get that out of here now. They can triple block. Sure. Getting a, 5 for 1 with Kogla? I'm pretty happy. It blew up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it was like 5 things, I'm happy. Block everything but the Adonto Vanguard. I mean, we're gonna still trample over to the Adonto. And by trample, I mean just like deal damage to the Adonto. Yep. Cast a Dryad. Cast a Llanowar Elves. Pass a turn. Dryad of the Legion Groves also holds down the fort. They can't sing with the Danto. Alsay can give one thing unblockable for a turn. But that is it. Cast Lotus Cobra. Play a Temple Garden tapped. Triggers. Create white. And activate Castle Ardenvale. As magic was intended to be played. What? I mean, we're both created. I mean, what kind of engine will beat us, or each other? I can't speak this morning, or this afternoon, yeah. You can really tell. Just pass the turn. Inscription, we might kick. We're probably going to kick. Force them to trade with the Alsaid. They cast them all of the Skyclaves. That's a bad. That is very bad. Well, guess what? 2 +1/+1 counters, gain 2 life, and have you fight Alsaid. This will gain us 6 life, get rid of one thing that we have to deal with. That's one thing out of the way. But this Odonto Vanguard is going to be hard to deal with. If only we had a Titan of Industry. I'm so sorry, Titan of Industry. I just wasn't able to take you. Lo siento. Do we swing with the Scythe Cat? Gotta put on some pressure somehow, but they'll block with, like, Night, Vampire. Yeah, let's swing with the Scythe Cat. This will clear a way for our Chariot. And we can start doing some shenanigans with that. Yeah, it's surprising how we only got 2 landfall triggers from our Scythe Cat. They just take the 6. And we cast Eska's Chariot. Pass the turn. They create a 1/1 lifelink, sure thing. So what do we want to board in? I think we definitely want to board in our Line Up the Shot, because it can blow up Maul, Alsaid, Lion Sash, Oketra's Monument, and anything that flies with Maul. They cast Conqueror's Death. Targeting what? The Scythe Cat, sure. They swing for 5. We'll create a 1/1 Human. We take 5, go down to 12. Crew with Le Vehicle. With the Lotus Cobra. Move to combat. Swing, 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 swing. And swing? Do you swing with the Dryad? Like, that turns off our Castle Ardenvale stuff. Heck, we'll even throw in the Land War Elves. Like, it's done its job. Land War Elves. They block the Chariot. Trade with Cat. Eat a human. Eat a elf. And trade off with a human. That's actually fine by me. We lose a bit of our board. That's fine. Cast a Jukai Liberator. Pass the turn. Non-creature spells cost more. Sure thing. And you'll get to reanimate the Lion Sash and kill me next turn, so we have to either get rid of this Odonto Vanguard, the Maul itself, or the Conqueror's Death. And then this. Oh, they're just passing. I mean, that makes sense considering the fact that Elspeth Conqueror's Death is gonna win them the game next turn anyway. A welcoming vampire. Well, we're just dead. We'll concede. Yeah, Lion Sash will just kill us. We can't really do anything against that. So Borden, you line up the shot. Dromcom. Force them to sacrifice an enchantment. They have Alsaid. Yeah, it should be good enough to board in. And they're also aggressive, so we'll also bring in Thragtusk. And Stonecoil Serpent, I like. Bring in Dromcom. Ravenous Pursuit. It's a removal spell. And we're going to need removal against aggro. Kura, the Boundless Sky, also doesn't seem bad, but I don't think we want it. Cuts. Ovaya. Jukai Liberator. I don't think we're going to be able to... On the play, it seems better. Eska's Chariot we can cut. Garruk we can cut. Approach. We'll cut. And... Skoos. They didn't care about the graveyard too much until Elspeth Conquers Death came by. So we just cut Skoos or Liberator. Or the Wolfwheel Haven, for that matter. Actually, let's cut the Wolfwheel Haven. We have enough ramp. Yeah, I like this version. And I'll see you once they finish sideboarding. On the play, definitely helps. This we can keep. Turn 2 Skoos, turn 2 Vampire. Or turn 3 Vampire, sorry. And then we can start drawing some cards. They lead off with a Thraben Inspector. Well, we'll lead off with the Skoos. How does that make you feel? Haha, we win. They cast an All State of Life's Bounty into a Patriarch's Humiliation. Well, that's rude. Unlucky for you, we have a Welcoming Vampire. They also have a Welcoming Vampire. But ours is better. My mom told me. Welcoming Vampire, draw a card. Play Temple Garden tapped. Add a green. And Ravenous Pursuit, the Alseid. Do you choose the Hangerback or the Coma? Probably the Coma, just for the fact that it's going to be our win condition. We'll cast Hangerback Walker sooner, so we'll pump the Hangerback. No tax, pass the turn. Next turn we can cast Hangerback Walker for 3. Sure, we won't draw a card from Welcoming Vampire, but when they die, it sure will. End of turn, they put a counter on the Welcoming Vampire. Ooh, fun. Green. Actually, let's cast Land War Elves here. And then we cast Hangerback Walker for 2. Kogla. Cast Hangerback Walker. No tax. Pass the turn. And if we don't draw a land, we can slam Kogla. Otherwise, Coma will do. They play a Felidar Retreat, play land, and do they mass pump or create 2/2? Yeah, 2/2 draw card makes sense. They swing for 3. We take the pain. And say hello to my little friend. Smack them for 2. Pass the turn. And then we can blow up the Felidar Retreat by attacking with Kogla. How are you gonna get yourselves out of this one, OP? Sigardian Evangel? Okay, that's scary. Just for the fact that it can tap down our Hangerback Walker and our Kogla, so now we can't block this turn. If they have a land, oh jeez. Oh jeez. No está bien. Well, we're taking a bunch of damage. Come on, land. Come on, land. If we draw a land, we can 100% stabilize here. That's actually not bad. Line up the shot. Conjure a Naturalize into my hand. Naturalize. Into Dryad. Yeah, Dryad can block better. Yeah, draw a card. No attacks. Pass the turn. Inscription with Hangerback is looking really good. Yeah, that is if we don't trade off with Hangerback, which is probably what's going to happen. It's like, what we're looking to do is like trade, eat, trade. Oh. Oh no. No entiendo, intrepid adversary. No me gustas. Why do they have all the right cards at all the right times? I mean, glad we blew up Felidar Retreat. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a lot of chump blocking. Chump block, eat you. Chump here. Chump here. We're taking 9, so we still have to chump here. Yikes. Plus side, we get some servos. Or some thopters. Hooray! Well, now we're missing our Lotus Cobra to cast Coma. But we can definitely still pull this one off. Let's do this main phase so we can get the damage marked off of it. 2 counters. Gain life. Have you. Fight you. Swing for 1. Double block. Block. Take 10. No, we'll just pass. Maul of the Skyclaves, of course. Why do they have every card right when they need it? Into Gideon Blackblade. We're gonna have to swing in with Kogla. Jump. End of turn. Counter on the cat. Move to combat. Swing at Gideon. Blow up the mall. That's the best we can do here. They double block. We blow up 2 Sigardian Evangels. We play a Castle, Arden Vale. Pass the turn. Like, jeez, they have... Ugh. Dang, mono white decks. It's no fun playing against them. They're all the same. On to the next game. On the play. Looks good. Sure, this is fine. Turn 1, cast a Mystic. Pass the turn. Hopefully we draw turn 2 play. They Thoughtseize us. Hey! Come on, man! We wasn't doing nothing. Besides, you know, gonna kill you with Approach of the Second Sun eventually. Or Garrick, or Toski. Like, all these are actually pretty scary for you. They take Toski, makes sense. Downside now is, well, you don't have a turn to play, because we drew a land. I mean, you want to land for next turn, but... No, no, no! No! You monster! Oh. You monster! I just wanted to cast a Garwook. Was that too much to ask? Casting a Garruk? Well, that's a scary card right there. I mean, I guess they're drawing a card every turn. An extra card. At least until we can deal with it. Marassa Root Grazer is kind of cool. But we'll just take the Barkhide Troll. It's bigger. It's badder. Just play a creature with flying, or an artifact, or an enchantment for Vivian to blow up, please. I'm begging you. Take your dang card. Yeah. Minus, draft another card. Oh, they cast Kroxa. Guess we're discarding Approach. They cast a Bank Buster. I mean, with no real pressure on board, honestly, this doesn't seem half bad. We draft a Mosscoat Goriak or another Barkhide Troll. Let's go with the Goriak. It can block the Shakedown Heavy better. Into the Celestius. Pass a turn. Next turn, we can drop Vivian and blow up the Bank Buster. They cast a Solemn Simulacrum. Sure. I only have 2 cards so far for Kroxa, so not that scared. And a Crypt Breaker. Sure. They crew the Bank Buster. We will double block the Bank Buster and let them draw a card with the heavy. Sure, Vivian could take it out, but I think we'd rather just kill the Bank Buster through combat instead. They do it like that. And our turn. Hey, Coma. Nice.
I speak for the wilds.
Get a Underdark Basilisk or a Ferocious Pup. Rawr. Let's get the pup. It's so adorable. Look at this thing. Cast Vivian. Plus.
Come to me.
Go get a land. Yeah, just make sure we hit our land drops. No attacks. Pass a turn. Prosper. Yikes. Into a Young Peasy. We'll not let them draw a card this time. This time we'll double block. Decline. Glad we did not take the Jukai Naturalist. Cavalier of Night without any black, without the 3rd black mana. Yikes for them.
I have no
Plus,
You
go
can't
get
stop nature.
an island for Cola. Or, not for Coca. Go get an island and cast Coma. Just a casual 7/7. Nothing too scary. This is why we splash for Coma. It wins the game on its own. By the time it gets its first coil, you've already lost. Even if they don't have a black... Disfigure the pup? How dare you! It wasn't doing anything! You monster! You heartless person! Also, why didn't you disfigure the land... Why didn't they disfigure the Land War Elves? It would have been so much better. They fatal push that. Sure, we will give Coma Indestructible. No, we'll just tap Prosper this turn. And these Planeswalkers are definitely helping us, so just getting an engine with Coma. They get Agadeem's Awakening. We will plus.
Balance comes.
Go grab a Welcoming Vampire. Cast Vampire. Minus on Garrick's Spellbook. A Truffle Snow? Actually, let's get a Pestilent Wolf. Nah, let's go get a Truffle Snow. Put a counter on Truffle Snow, and we draw a card. Play a land. Cast Chariot. Your chariot awaits you, my opponent. Or death. Actually, both. And next turn we can ultimate Vivian, and they are very dead. Agadeem's Awakening. Tapped. They create a treasure. And they can escape Croxa. But we'll just discard a land. We have many lands to discard. Resolve. You can have your fancy 6/6. We do not payeth the slightest mind. So this will give everything +2/+2, Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible, so there's no reason not to attack anymore when we get Vivian online. Exile land, cool. Create a coil. Ultimate Vivian Reed.
Too many species die already. Nothing stands before nature.
Cycle Spar's Headquarters. Play a Gilded Goose. That's like the one thing that would have triggered with the thing in play. So we draw a card and create a food. And now we can crew Essica's Chariot with the Goose. Oh, Hangerback Walker. Also pretty cool. Plus, with Hangerback Walker in hand.
I speak for the wilds.
Land, crew. Move to combat. Charge. Put a stop for the fact that I think we can just kill them. Yeah, so create a token that's a copy of that. Tap down Croxa. Tap down what's his name that creates treasures, and yeah. Okay, so against a more controlling Rakdos aggro deck, or Rakdos deck. What do we want to do? Any specific cards that are good against them? Not really. Do Do we want more removal? Also not really. Stonecoil Serpent doesn't do that much. Yeah, let's just run it back. Brule Cathar could have been nice, but I don't think it would have been worth it to board it in. Okay. Here... This hand looks pretty fine. We have ways to cast Coma. We have ways to cast Welcoming Vampire. Elf off the top. Elf off the top. No, Thoughtseize. They'll probably take our Lotus Cobra. Just a scoos. They play land into Bankbuster. Well, we'll play a land into Scoos. I really wanted that Lotus Cobra. It would have been so good. Because then we would have played land, cast Celestius, cast Scoos, everything would have been happy. They crew the Bankbuster. Oh, they don't. Ha. Fools. Cast a Celestius. Pass the turn. Maybe we should have swung for 3. Disfigure. We'll exile Lotus Cobra. Counter and gain a life. Well, we're not blocking this turn, that's for sure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana open next turn. They're still missing 2. They've missed 2 damage so far. I'm gonna actually mark that and see if it matters. Inscription. That's pretty good. Play a Welcoming Vampire. Shock this in for inscription purposes. Yeah, let's shock it in. Best order of cards is like Llanowar Elf into land into like big spell. Titan of Industry, I miss you. What is your flavor? The Gitaxians whisper among themselves in other worlds. If they exist, they must bring Phyrexia's magnificence to them. They draw a card. They play a Crypt Breaker, sure. You want to pump Stormseeker and swing? Please do. You've activated my trap card. 2 counters. Oh, they have Pillar of Flame. Boo. Ooh, Castle Ardenvale. Activate the Celestius. Draw a card. I think Elesh Norn should win us the game, so we can discard Coma. Swing for 2. Pass the turn. Especially since they had to like Pillar of Flame and sacrifice a Reckless Stormseeker to kill our Scoos. We don't have the greatest board right now, but Elesh Norn, Castle Ardenvale should win. Especially if they are doing that. Casting Light up the stage. Plains. Elesh Norn. Swing. Pass the turn. I love playing fair Magic, don't you? Just don't play a removal spell, that's all. They cast Prosper. Exile Smoldering Egg. Land. Swing. As wizards intended. They cast the egg. They create a treasure. It's so small. So they're dead in the air right now. They cast Blade of the Oni, still dead. I think they were just conceding there. Play Blade of the Oni when it dies instantly. Yeah. End of turn, Infernal Grasp? Nope, not Infernal Grasp. So yeah, we're pretty safe now. We can activate Castle Ardenvale. Great 3/3. It becomes day. We loot. Draw a card, Elvish Mystic. And they concede. Okay, we got one win. Let's go. On to the next games. Our final game, actually. Yeah, it's only 3 games played. This is traditional draft. Okay, one more game. And let's see how we do. On the play against Birthing Potter, we'll choose begin play, and this hand looks fine. No ramp, but I'm sure we'll draw some. And we can play Forsaken Crossroads on white and scry. Try and find some ramp. Land is nice, but we can pitch it. Oh, not another mono white aggro deck. I hate these things. These dang... Oh, okay. You're respectable now. Now you're just blue-white aggro. It's a completely different thing. It gets easy to mix these two up. They play a Hallowed Fountain. They swing. We'll trade. Actually, no, we won't. We have Garruk to create something to trade, or to eat it, even. Cast Garruk. We cannot pay. And we will minus.
This is my territory.
Moscow Goriak. Perfect. 2/4. Blocks Intrepid Adversary swimmingly. Pretty well. They Kybera take down the Skoos. And what are you going to do about the Moscow? We'll trade. Wandering Emperor. Okay. That's fair.
Finally, I'm home.
Well, now your thing is big. Cute. What if I draft a card from my spellbook? And it is a... Barkhide Troll, I guess? Or Scythe Cat that could possibly get big. Let's go Scythe Cat. Into Toski. Pass a turn. Toski isn't doing anything. He's just indestructible for a turn. It's just an indestructible blocker. They cast Karn. And are you plussing or minusing? Creating a construct. Into a Thraben Inspector. Yikes. The sooner we can get down this Elshnorn, the better. But first we have to find another white source for that.
We must protect the people.
Oh, there's another white source. Let's minus to get another creature on board. Truffle Snout. It is a 3/3. Let's get Truffle Snout in play. Put a counter on Truffle Snout. Cast the Gilded Goose. Move to combat. Swing. They're gonna minus, so there's no real point in using Inscription on Toski to kill the Thraven Inspector. They're gonna exile Toski anyway. Yep. Just as predicted.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
There is great power in the things you make.
Maybe the Barkhide Troll was better than the Scythe Cat. Yeah, I've been overestimating the Scythe Cat. We're running 17 lands, and yet we still haven't drawn one. Or one after the fourth. I mean, sure, we did scry one to the bottom. We'll block with Truffle Snout and counters. And we can pay. Yeah. We will pay. And some counters. The construct the Truffle Snout grows, and the construct dies. They play a Watery Grave tapped. A land. Will plus.
I'm gonna cut
Elish Norn, would you like to be cast this turn?
pretty wily for a farm boy.
What if they have counter magic? No, they're an aggro deck. They wouldn't have counter magic. Like, please? You know have counter magic, right? You can crack a clue. That's fine. Let's go! Elish Norn. Also, sorry if that hurt your ears. I'll have to listen to that and see if it hurts anyone's ears. But yeah. Powerful Elish Norn win. No enchantments, so Dramoka's command doesn't look that good. Brule Cathar, on the other hand, looks great. More removal with Ravenous Pursuit. It's mono colored, so Stonecoil Serpent doesn't look that good. Hopeful Initiate doesn't also look that good. We'll cut Ovaya, Pashar, and Skoos. Like, they're not a graveyard deck, so we'll cut Skoos. And throw it back in. Okay, so let's see, what are they going to do? They're definitely going to be on the play, but come on, triple elf hand, baby. Triple elf into Elish Norn or Big Snake. I mean, we kind of, sorta, no, not really. We'll keep. What are they splashing blue-black for? They play an Intrepid Adversary. No paying. We'll play Toski, or a Lotus Cobra. Next turn we can cast Toski. And then we can start ramping. We take 3. They cast a Blade Splicer. Ooh, Brutal Cathar. That'll be good next turn. But for now, Toski! Toski, 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 Toski. They play OG, so they're like a Flicker deck? I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. Land. Cast the Celestius. Cast Brutal Cathar. And with Celestius we can keep changing the day and night cycle, so things will get easier for us. Or we can just, you know, cast Elesh Norn next turn. Yeah, Elesh Norn looks pretty good. Oh, no. Rude.
Now you've done it. Let's
Toski did nothing wrong.
You are
All
not
Toski did was get chump blocked by an OG. Well. Ooh, fun. But not yet. Elesh Norn. So. That was fun. Just a casual 4/7. You don't have to worry about it. Do. They concede. Okay, I got my gold back. I got some 3 random cards. I am happy. Well, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It means a lot. And if you enjoyed this kind of drafting, let me know down in the comments. Or if you just prefer original, traditional cube, or Premier Cube. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you're still here, here's the deck one more time. I think Elesh Norn overperformed a ton. Not sure if splashing white was totally worth it, but in the end it worked out pretty well. Elesh Norn and Brokathar saving us. But yeah, again, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. It's because of you guys that I'm still able to make these videos. And I will see you all next time. Have a great day.